So in the last lecture, we had a high level overview of what is an environment variable and how Node.js creates some of the environment variables before starting the Node application. Now in this lecture, we are going to create a configuration file. In that configuration file, we are going to define some environment variables, and then using a third-party package, we are going to load those environment variables to the Node.js process. Let's see how we can do that. So here in the project folder, I'm going to create a new folder. Or actually, instead of creating a new folder, I'm directly going to create a new file inside the project folder, and I'm going to call it as config.env. So it is a convention that the configuration file which you are creating to store your environment variables, it should end with .env. Okay, and inside this .env file, we can create all our environment variables. So what environment variables do we want? First of all, here I'm going to set the port number. So port equals, and in the server.js, we are using this port 3000. So I'm going to use this port here. Okay, then I'm going to create connection string environment variable, which is going to store the connection string of our application to the database. And to this again, we are going to assign a value. So environment variables are basically key value pairs. Here, port is the key, and to that we are assigning this value 3000. And remember that the value will always be stored as a string value inside an environment variable. So even though here I'm specifying 3000, it will be stored as a string value. Now to this connection string, I want to assign this connection string. So let me go and let me copy it and let's paste it here. And let me save this file. And there is one more environment variable which I want to set here, and that is node_env. So instead of setting this node_env from the command, we are going to set it from here. So this configuration file, this config.env which I'm creating here, it is going to be the configuration file for development environment. So here whatever configuration I'm specifying it for development environment. Later, I can create one more env file, and in that env file, I can set environment variables for production environment. Okay, so here the node_env is going to be development. Let me save the changes here. And currently, you will notice that in this env file, we do not have any formatting. For example, both key and value are appearing in the same color. So to give it some formatting, to separate keys from their values, what we are going to do is we are going to download an extension. So for that, let's go to extensions. And here we are going to use .env extension. I'm going to install .env extension. So let's click on this install button. Okay, we are installing this .env. Okay, it is installed. And now if I go to config.env, now you will see that there are some difference in the color. So you will see that the numeric value is coming in blue color, and then there is an equal to which is in red. So basically it has formatted the env file. All right, let's close this tab. So here we have defined three environment variables: port, node env, and connection string. Now the next question is, how are we going to connect these environment variables to our Node.js application? Basically what I want is, just like how we have these environment variables on process.env, in the same way, I want to have these three environment variables available on that process.env object. How can we do that? For that, we are going to use a third-party package, and we are going to install it from npm. So for that, I'm going to open VS Code built-in terminal. In here, let me first clear the terminal, and then here let's type npm install command. And what do we want to install? We want to install a package called .env. So this package, this is going to help us attach these environment variables to Node process. And I'll show you how we can do that in a bit. But first, let's go ahead and let's install this package. So let's wait for the installation to complete, and the installation is complete. If I go to package.json file, there in the dependencies, you will see that this package.env has been installed. So once this package is installed, now what we are going to do is, let's go to server.js. Here, let's go ahead and let's require the .env package. So let's create a variable, let's call it .env, and to this we are going to require the .env package. So .env, and it is going to return us an object that we are going to assign to this .env variable. Now we are going to use it. So how are we going to use it? For that, here we can say .env dot, and on this we have this config method. We need to call this config method, and to this config method we need to pass an object, and in that object we need to specify the path of the environment variable file. In our case, the path is in the root directory. We have config.env file. So this is the path of the env file which we want to read, and whatever environment variables is defined inside this env file, that we want to attach to the process.env object. Now there is one thing which you need to remember is, this line of code should come before we require the app, because before we require the app, before that we want to set this path. We want to make Node.js aware about this path, and when the node process starts, before that it should read the value from this path, from this env file, and it should attach all the environment variables defined in this file to the process.env object. So here what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut this line from here, and I'm going to paste it after we have written this line, after we are using this .env variable to specify the environment variable file. I hope this is clear. Let's save the changes. And there is one more thing which I want to mention here is, if you have named your environment variable just .env, so that is also possible. Here I'm calling it as config.env, but you can also name your environment variable file as .env. That is also possible. And in that case, you don't need to specify this path. You can simply use .env.config. Okay, something like this. And in order to use it like this, you need to remember that your env file should be named as .env. It should not be anything else like config.env or settings.env. It should be just .env, and it should be present in the root folder, in the project folder. Then only you can use it like this. But here I have named my file as config.env, so I need to explicitly specify the path of my env file. Okay, let's save the changes here, and now let's go to the terminal, and what I'll do is, I will stop the process by pressing Ctrl C. Okay, let me clear the terminal here, and before I start the process again, what I'll also do is, let me go ahead and let me log process.env. So process.env. So what we have learned so far is, when we are using this .env package, this .env package is going to write, it is going to set any environment variable which we have defined inside this file on this env object of process. So let's see if that's the case. Let's save the changes here. Let's go ahead and let's start our Express application again by running npm start. And now you will see that in here, the port environment variable is set. We have also defined node_env. So node_env is defined. Here it is set to production because previously we run it from command to set it to production. Okay, that's why it is production here. And then we also have this connection string. Okay, and this is the connection string of our MongoDB database. So these environment variables are now available on process.env variable. So now what we can do is, wherever we want to use the environment variable, there we can simply use process.env. So for example, here instead of setting the connection string like this, I have already defined this connection string in environment variable file. So here I can say process.env dot, and I have this environment variable called connection string. So I'm going to use this environment variable. Okay, in the same way, I also have the port number. So here I'm hard coding the port number, but here also I'm going to use process.env dot port. This is the environment variable. And here I'm also going to specify a default value. For that, I can say or and then 3000. So if for some reason Node.js application is not able to run the value of this port from the process.env, in that case, I want to set the default port to 3000. Let's save this file. And there is one more change which I want to do in this code. And that is, if you see here, I have specified the second argument of this listen method as localhost. Now what it will do is it will allow connections only from localhost, only from this PC. So when I'm going to host this application in production, there if I keep this localhost from any other computer, it will not take the request. It will only take the request from the localhost. And that I don't want. I want this application to be accessible from anywhere, from any IP address. And that's why I'm going to remove this localhost. I'll keep the port and I'll keep the second argument, this callback function. And if I save the changes now, let's go to the terminal to check if we have any error. We do not have any error, and you will also see that the connection to the database is successful. So everything is working as expected. Here we created some environment variables inside this config.env file, and we are using those environment variables here using this process.env. So these environment variables, they can be accessed on this process.env object. And in this way, now what we have done is earlier we were hard coding the connection string in our code. And that connection string, if you see, it contains the username and password of the database, which is a sensitive information. So earlier, the sensitive information was present in our code, but now we have moved those sensitive information to a environment variable. Now, when we are going to check in this code, at that time, we are not going to check in the environment variable file. And since we are not going to check in the environment variable file to the code repo, it will not be visible to anyone, including the developers. So what we can do is during the check-in, we can create a README file, and there we can specify that in order to build this application, you need the value for port number, node env, and connection string. So we are not going to specify the actual values, but we can keep placeholder for these environment variables, and the developer has to set those environment variable values. So we are not going to check in this config.env file to the code repo, and in that way we will save the sensitive information from being exposed. And this is the main reason why we create environment variables, to save sensitive information from being exposed, and also to define environment specific settings. Now let me go and let me open app.js file. So in this app.js file, we are using this Morgan middleware and we are using this logger middleware. Now what I want is, I want to execute these middlewares only if we are in the development environment. In production environment, I don't want to run these middlewares. So for that, here, before running these middlewares, we are going to write an if statement. And in that if statement, we are going to check process.env. And then we have created an environment variable called node.env. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. So if it is equal to development, then only we want to run these two middlewares. If the environment is production, we don't want to run that middleware. Okay. Now here you might be wondering, how come we have access to this environment variable in app.js file? Because we are setting these environment variables in the server.js at this line using this .env package. So how come I'm able to use the same environment variables inside this app.js? Well, remember that here when we have used this .env package and when we have specified this path here, this .env package will make sure that it read all the environment variables from this file and it attach it to the process.env. Now, this process.env is going to be same in all files. You will have access to this process.env in all the files. And in all the files, we will have access to the same instance. Okay, so that's why all the environment variables which is set on process.env, it will be accessible in all the files of the Express application, including app.js. And that's why here in the app.js, we are able to use those environment variables. All right, so this is all I wanted to cover in this lecture, and I hope now you understand how you can create environment variables inside a .env file and how you can read them by using this .env package and attach it to process.env. And then in order to read those environment variable files from the process.env, we just have to access it like a property. Let me remove this console.log statement. And before wrapping up this lecture, what I'll also do is, earlier we had set this node underscore env to production from the command line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the process here by pressing Control C. Okay, and from the command, I'm going to set node underscore env to development. And then let's go ahead and let's run our application so that we will be in development mode. All right, connection to DB is successful and our Express application is running. All right, so I hope the environment variable concept is clear, and this is also a very important part in any application development. So you need to understand what an environment variable is and how to create it and how to use it in your application. This is all I wanted to cover in this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.